yeah, I mean, this movie's fine. In all seriousness, I actually enjoyed a lot of this movie. I think it has a great premise. I really like the two main cast members, and their relationship is really well done, which I think is very important for a movie like this. The only problem is I hated the ending. And maybe hate is a strong word, but I do want to get into the positives before I get into all of that. And that is mainly, like I said, the main two cast members, Haley Lou Richardson and Cole Sprouse. Richardson was pretty good in The Edge of 17 and alright in what she was given with in M. Night Shyamalan's Split, but this is really the first film I've seen where she's in a lead role. Similar to Haley Steinfeld, I think she has a really promising career ahead of her, especially as she keeps on giving performances like this one. For the majority of the film, she is smart and witty, and she has some great quirks to her, and I really do think she fit perfectly into this movie, and her chemistry with Sprouse was great, which I think is very important. For those of you who don't know, this film follows the romance between two teenagers suffering from CF, which is a severe life-threatening disorder to the lungs. Because of this, making any physical contact with others with this disorder is quite deadly. Both Sprouse and Richardson suffer from this in the film, and from this unique shared experience they end up falling in love, and I thought this premise was very well done for the majority of the film. They do a solid job at portraying the dangers that this disorder has for both of them, even though at times it does feel like they're beating you over the head with it. This honestly does make that attraction just that much more intriguing, which is, with any movie with any relationships, the forbidden ones are always the best. Hence why Romeo and Juliet is probably the most popular romantic literature pretty much ever. If you don't buy this connection between the two of them, this movie does not work, but that is not the problem with this movie. I honestly did get into this relationship fairly quickly, even though it took me a little while to, fully get into it, but I think that's what they were going for. And as I said, Sprouse was really good in this movie, and although it took a while to really, get along with his character, his progression ended up being the most, impactful to me. He's a character who quite honestly has lost all hope, someone who rebels for reasons much greater than just being a rebellious teenager. Living with this disorder has really broken him in almost every way, but this girl is changing that for him. She still has hope, almost to a fault though, and he does believe that she has too much hope for her own good. You get the beginnings of a great arc where she teaches him to be more responsible and he teaches her to rebel every once in a while. But the problem is this goes way too far. They end up pretty much completely swapping mentalities, and by the end of the film, I really did not like anything that Stella was doing or any of the decisions that she was making. As an audience, we're supposed to be heartbroken by the decisions being made, but to be quite honest, I was fine with it. At this point in the movie, I was completely happy with what was going on, even though these teenage girls sitting in front of me were just bawling their eyes out. I just don't understand, and maybe most audiences will connect to this ending and will relate to this ending, but to me, it didn't make sense. It just wasn't impactful in the way that it needed to be. How can I enjoy this film when by the end of it, I'm rooting for the quote-unquote bad ending? This movie also ends very abruptly. It builds and builds and builds to a certain moment, and then there's a time jump, montage, and then credits. It was not satisfying at all. And yeah, I've done that joke twice now. You guys know what I'm trying to say here. But, this ending it doesn't ruin the movie for me. It just prevents me from really enjoying it. Even though, in the moment, as I was watching the film, I was enjoying myself. But I don't know, looking back on it, it's just really disappointing. That ending just really, it did not work for me. I honestly did not expect to have this much to say about this movie, and I haven't even gotten to the completely underused supporting cast. So I would say, you know what, go to this movie if you enjoyed the trailer and if you want to see a story like this. I do think it's very well told throughout most of the film, despite, the underused supporting cast, and then that ending just really bothered me. But besides that, I think it's an enjoyable enough movie, and like I said, if you like the trailer, why not see this movie? It's a good enough time, and I think if you're in the right demographic, I do think you might really enjoy it like the other people in my audience. I do think it was fairly well received, but, oh well, it's not the best movie for me. Man, that ending, it really does bother me. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and also check me out on Twitter at @TheURMovies, but most importantly, check out in the link in the description below the Fight CFF Foundation. I'm going to donate to them myself, and if you guys want to donate as well, link in the description. So thanks guys for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next review.